I'll start with the first movie I ever saw. The people that we lived down in a low place. You couldn't see across the country. And the hills lived up on the hill where they could look across the country. That was just very short distance. But anyway, their son and daughter were going into a movie. That was a silent movie, and they let me go with them. Oh, I thought that was the most wonderful thing, to go in and see all those people doing all those silly, funny things on the screen. And then the little ball, they would bounce over what they would say. That's the way they did it. You'd see their mouth working, but then down below they would print out what they said, and the little ball would bounce on the words as they uttered them. And it was a comedy thing, and it was this woman getting on an airplane, and I thought it was just hilarious. So then that was the last time I got to go, the first time, and it was a long time before I made it back to a movie. And they had 2 theaters in town, and then the talking films came in. So one Saturday I thought I would take my little brother and my little sister. So we went in, and here's little brother's about 5 years old maybe. And anyway, we walked in, and we always had to stand and wait until we could get accustomed to the darkness in it. And that was when the MGM would come out with Leo the Lion that would kind of roar. Well, I had to catch my little brother. He was taking off. He thought that lion was going to come right out and get him. So anyway, I assured him that that was just a picture and it wouldn't happen that way. But we saw the movie. And then while Pete and I were courting, what was there to do? What did we get to do? We got to go, I had to be home by 11 o'clock on Saturday night. And Sunday afternoon, I had to be home by 9 o'clock because next day was school day. So we would go to the Sunday matinee, and then if there wasn't a country dance, which we had a lot of them, and they were just people, sometimes somebody would just play a French harp, or then somebody would play an accordion. But they made music that you could dance to. So we had the country dances, and that went on up until I married when I got out of high school. My brother married and was out of the home. My sister married first and was out of the home. And then I went on into Electra High School and had my junior and senior year there. I went through the 9th grade in the country school. At one time, at the peak of, there were about 100 kids attended that school. And then when I was in the 9th grade, Pete came into my life. I already knew him because he was the brother of my sister's husband. So he was, if I went over there, he was usually around. And he was already probably about 17 years of age, I guess, whatever. And my parents let me start dating him, and we dated through my 9th grade year in the country school, and then the 2 years in high school. And then we planned to get married, but we waited until I had helped my father lay his crop by, cultivate the cotton the last time, and get the hoeing all done. So that put it to the last of August. And then Pete had to get his farm work laid by before he had to start plowing the stubble ground and get ready to sow wheat. So that's more or less my life growing up until I married. And I only moved 6 miles up the river, married a farmer, and I continued to hoe and pull bowls and do all that good stuff.